Today, we're in New York City for a day with Anita Sadowska.
Okay, I have no idea where we have to be. My name is Anita Sadowska. I'm a swimwear and fashion photographer and a YouTuber. I do mostly swimwear photography, and I also just travel around the world and take photos of beautiful women in very exotic places. I am fortunate enough that I can do it because of my job. And yeah, that's why we're here today. We're in New York, so not much beach and, not much palm trees and water. However, we do have this beautiful studio. We have some really nice styling on my model. We have these the suit, and we're going to have like a bra underneath. And then for a second one, we're going to keep it relatively simple as well, but I think it's going to be really cute. So I'm really excited. Oh, I like this. The light is very good in here. Yes. Oh, that's gorgeous. Can we have one leg a little bit towards me? I feel like the inspiration found me. I always knew that I wanted to take photos of models. I started taking photos and it was just like photos of trees and branches and ducks. And then when I took photos of my friend, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. And when I shot fashion, it was a bit difficult because I knew my style was a bit more commercial and I was never really high fashion. So I kind of always felt that I didn't really fit 100%. And then I went to Cape Town and I took my first swimmer shoot, and it was the same kind of aha moment where I was like, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Okay, I want to grab the brown background and see how that looks. I love doing slightly color matching things, and I think it's gonna look really nice. It's not really brown, I know it's reddish, but it'll be fine. I noticed that I tend to go very color matching in my images, so I will always find elements that are matching either model's skin tone with the sand, for example, or her clothes with her surroundings. I don't know, there's something about it that I just really love, and I've noticed the pattern in my work over the years where I just tend to gravitate towards that naturally without even realizing. So no, it looks great. I love very strong, almost masculine poses because it's like a nice juxtaposition, because my models are always very feminine and sexy, but at the same time you can bring out the pose that makes them look really powerful. So it's really nice. Beautiful. I love how even when I'm excited about something, I'm just so low-key. I'm like, yes, great. Can we have a few more where you were kind of leaning forward? Yeah, beautiful. That's great. And it was all thanks to YouTube. So I'm just really grateful that I got on this journey, that I pushed myself to do videos, because I'm super introverted. And when I was doing videos at first, I was literally shaking and I couldn't speak. So I think it just took me a good few years to just get into it and just start, shooting and be comfortable. So for this one, yeah, it's better if we see a bit more, again, kind of your, yeah, that's really nice, beautiful, I love that. I just think it's so beautiful just to have natural light, just the colors, the textures, it just reminds me of being on the beach somewhere warm, and it's just I just don't understand why would you pick an artificial light over natural lights. Let me see, I want one or two more photos on the iPhone because it just looks cute. Let's get back there. A lot of the time when I work, I do a lot of things at the same time. I mainly do social media for work. I don't really do commercial clients as much, just because I don't have to. I don't really want to. So I just kind of stay away from that. I put most of my effort into YouTube and Instagram, and recently Twitter as well, because I got into the NFT space a few months back. So it's a completely new area for me, and it's something that has been taking a lot of my time for sure. So at the moment, I'm in between releasing my NFT collections and creating YouTube content, and then also shooting personal projects as well. You just have to be very dedicated to the projects that you're doing, and you have to figure out how to do it in a way that doesn't eat up all of your time, because you will get burnt out really, really quickly. I find that when I started with NFTs, especially being in the Twitter space 24/7, can be really, really draining, because you end up never being off, and it's so important to just try and find that balance of being on and off. But yeah, it just takes some time to figure it out. If you feel like you're pushing yourself too hard, you just have to step aside and take a breather. Yes. Can we get a tiny bit of this hair? Yeah, perfect, because it was just covering. Gorgeous. No, I think if you are, scared of working with a model, just find a friend who is willing to pose for you. Just build up that courage, start slow and then build up. And then start with girls who need portfolio, who are like new to it. Don't start with a girl who has a huge portfolio and is like ready. It's just going to be very stressful. It's really good because we have natural light coming from here and it's hitting our beautiful model, and then we still have blue skies behind us because that's the way the sun goes. So even though we're shooting against the window, it's not backlit and it doesn't like hit us back in the face, which is really nice. So it kind of gives it almost like a commercial kind of look because you have a very equally lit scene, which is nice. You could even be like on the ground and just like leaning against it,
Should I try like something?
Yeah, you could try like this as well. There we go. Let's see which angle we can shoot it at. This is gonna be, oh, beautiful. Love. So this is more of like a detail shot, but I really like it. Oh yeah, cute. Yes, love. So by shooting low angles and wide angle as well, or wide angle lower down, I should say, it makes my models look like really long, which I love. I love working with distortion. I feel like it's my thing. A lot of the time when you do photography, it's just a matter of trial and error when it comes to figuring out your style and what you want to do. And I feel like throughout your career, you'll just naturally gravitate towards certain things, and you just have to try and listen to that and just go with it. Okay, do you know what I would love for this shot? A little bit of wind action. Do you want to put your camera on like a little on the stool and like professional? Love that. Wow. Taylor, if you ever fail as a photographer / YouTuber, just you know where to look. So, very majestic. I like it. Thank you, Taylor. I think we got the shot. You can go back to your...
You're a dedicated person. We appreciate your
You
dedication.
can, yeah. Cool. Okay, so you can kind of sit maybe like somewhere here in this area. Yeah, and sit back. Yes, exactly. Beautiful. Love. Yeah, so good. What if we have a few from like even behind? Like if you're just like back and like looking over my shoulder. Yes, beautiful. Love that. Well, yet another successful shoot. We had an awesome team today and the studio is really beautiful as well. So I'm really, really excited to look at the photos. I love that with each and every shoot that I do, I get to push myself in different ways. I get to try different angles, experiment with different lighting and so on. And shooting indoors in the space was really cool because we had nice, really direct sunlight and we had some nice diffused light as well. And it just looks really, really pretty. So I'm super excited to see the photos.
As if the day could not get any better, we discovered that there was an Ichiran about 3 blocks away from where we were doing the shoot, and they just really completed the day in New York City. But they put your ramen in the box now instead of a bowl. It's a bowl box, but I don't know if I'm into it. The product though, still very delicious.
Final question. What advice do you have for somebody that wants to do similar things to you?
Just take photos. Take a lot of photos, make mistakes, learn from the mistakes, and don't give up. Stay consistent with your work, because if you don't show up for yourself, nobody will.
Thank you so much to Anita for letting me follow her around for the day. Go subscribe on YouTube if you are not yet subscribed, and follow her on Instagram. And that's all I have to say today. See you next time.